Living, the top things you need to know before you send your kid away to college this fall. And we have got a fabulous performance from some young dancers right here in the San Antonio area. We'll be seeing them coming up in just a bit. Welcome back to San Antonio Living. Diane Gottsman is our etiquette expert, and this morning it's all about sending the kids away to college.
Do it.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Well, this one just got out of college, and you have one that's coming up in about a million years. Well, she's
I have
still
4
young.
years, and then she'll be in college.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Start
Okay.
preparing
That's right.
now.
So, and I already have one that's gone and 2 coming up. So, you know, we can all relate to this. But this was actually this idea was from a viewer. Okay. So, the first tip is to make a checklist.
Okay.
And that sounds so easy. Oh my gosh, make a
do
checklist.
that.
But think about what you have to make a checklist for.
So many
if they're
things.
driving, is their insurance card updated? Do they have their? This is what I always think about.
Boy.
Do they have their insurance medical card just in case they need it?
Okay.
Braces, you know, they need to tighten the braces up. You know, all kinds of little things you don't think about. And just keep rolling. Keep adding to it as it goes along.
Okay.
Tires, brakes, okay.
Lots of
Just
stuff.
check
I better start my checklist now.
Did I tell you guys, the first time I ever had a banking account was my first week at Texas State. Yeah, that's when I learned.
Did you empty
a
it that
debit, a
first
credit.
week?
No, I was too scared to touch it. I'm like, Mom said, don't touch it. I'm not going to. I just starved. I'm kidding. I didn't do that.
You're going to be in trouble.
But I think that was really important for me, and it taught me a lot, especially in that first year of college.
Well, that's one of our tips, Alana, and it's because, you know, kids don't know. You know, they have lived at home all of this time. So as parents, we need to talk to them about what we expect them to spend, how much we expect them to spend, can they get a part-time job, should they get a part-time job, ATM safety, and also can I let my roommate borrow some money, and can I borrow some money? All of these things. So it's important to have this conversation before they leave, not when they call and say, I owe Freddie $75.
Okay, you also have on the list textbooks. How early can you get those?
Just order online. I don't know how early, but you know, as soon as you find out, if you can order online, you should order online.
Okay.
That way you don't have to wait in long lines.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, let's talk more about the dorm, though, because that can get kind of complicated. You don't know who your roommate is, and then you do know who your roommate is, and then the things that you need, the things you don't need, the basics.
So it's just the basics, and you know, just think about things like the tread on their tennis shoes. You know, they don't think about it, but what about the underwear? You know, what about clothing that may or may not fit? It's a good time to purge, to donate.
Sure.
So think about those basics, and one of the basics is going to the doctor.
Okay.
You know, so if you have doctor's appointments and you have to get vaccinated, so go early rather than late. And here's something else to think about. Okay, right now our kids go to the pediatrician, but about that time, about that age, they're going to transfer over to the grown-up doctor. So this is a good time, and you don't want to get stuck in college without your EpiPen or needing to refill on your prescription. So do it early.
Okay, let's talk about essentials, because you're also going to have to take the kids shopping. You got to make sure you've got the socks and the underwear and all that good stuff.
That's right. That's right. And, you know, things like, okay, the backpack. Oh, Mom, I can use the one that I used in, you know, that I just got through using, and it has a hole, and it doesn't have a strap.
Don't do it.
So, you know what? We want them to be adults. They are adults. But as moms and dads, just do a little backtracking and just see if they have everything they need. Because you can say, well, I want them to be adult and on their own, and then they're going to get over to college, and you're going to have to be helping them send things. Sending underwear with your cookies to
It's a strange combo.
That's right.
I got to tell you on that part, the essentials, I made the mistake of essentialing in the bookstore with all the Texas State stuff and the shorts and then this, and man, that got expensive. So definitely do not do that. Just
Walmart
never go to Walmart.
is a good place.
Yeah, go to Walmart.
Yes.
Go to Walmart. But you know what? I didn't know my roommate my first year of college. It was luckily we got along just fine. But what would you say about those that won't know their roommate?
Well, I think that you should reach out to your roommate, unless you don't know who they are. Now they try and introduce you. But, you know, make sure that your roommate isn't allergic to anything. Or if you're allergic, make sure your roommate knows that. And, you know, some people want to be matchy-matchy with their bed
Yeah, you can be like, I'm bringing a pink comforter.
Maybe
what are you bringing?
No, guys, maybe not. The girls, maybe so. But just, you don't want two mini fridges and
that
2 micros and not enough, you know, of something else.
This is interesting. We've got to talk about expectations, because you say we should sit down with our kids and basically set some rules and guidelines.
Okay, how far do you want them to drive? If they have their car, and some kids don't have a car, but if you do you want them to drive back and forth to the grocery store, or can they go to another city, you know, over the weekend? How many kids are allowed in the car? Do you want them to work? What do you want them to do? What are your expectations?
And then I
your
trust
family
them
values?
to follow the rules?
You can only do as much as you can do. You give them, you know, you've given them a good upbringing, and now you let them go.
All right, I like that.
And know where you're going. Okay,
Sure,
let them know. You know, help them find all of these things off campus that they need to know, like minor emergency clinic, dry cleaners, and then make a little list for them. That way, you know, my daughter went to college. I don't need your help. I don't need your help. But I made a list of where the emergency clinic was, and when she hurt her neck and needed to go quickly.
Okay.
I was the hero.
That's right, and that's a point. Map out everything for your kids. I mean, it's a little care package that you can give them.
Yes.
Here's where the closest grocery store is. Here's where the closest gas station is.
Here's the pharmacy that you can get your, and set it up before. You know, set up so they can do their refills there, so they're not just trying to struggle along once they need it.
Okay, and the last tip, and we can give you this one, doesn't mean you're going to follow it, is don't cry.
Don't cry.
It's happy. It's a good thing.
You've set them up to soar, and now just let them go. And then, you know, you do something for yourself. Learn something new. You know, don't just, you know, it's hard. But
I might cry right now just thinking about it.
Shelley's going to take this really hard.
I know. It's going to be horrible.
I cried.
I'll
I'm going to set some new guidelines. I'm going to tell the kids they can't go to college. I'm sorry.
Don't let them see you cry. Don't look too happy either.
Okay, yeah, that's true. You can go either way. Diane Gottsman is our etiquette expert. Always, you've got great ideas, great information, great tips. Thank you so much. And thanks to our viewers who keep sending great ideas about things that we can cover. You can find Diane Gottsman at the Protocol School of Texas. The website is psotx.com, dianegottsman.com, or call her at 826